Welcome to another edition of Papa Bojo's Kitchen. Today we're going to make some nice homemade chicken noodle soup. Here are your ingredients. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to add our chicken and our chicken breast to a pot of water. Next, we're going to turn the heat on high and we're going to stir in all of our spices. Now we're going to bring this to a boil. Now that this has come to a full boil, we're going to set the heat to simmer, very low simmer, partially cover, and simmer this for 2 hours. So it's been an hour and a half of a really low simmer, and we're going to remove our chicken. I'm going to use some tongs and a spoon to get underneath, and hopefully it all stays together. It's starting to come apart. That's okay. We're going to take the chicken and set it aside and let it cool off. Now we're going to take the broth and we're going to strain everything out of it into a different pot. Now I'm going to take everything I strained out and discard it. We'll put the new pot on the burner, turn the burner on high. We'll add all the celery and carrot. We're going to stir, bring this up to a boil, and cook them until the celery and carrots are nice and tender. And now's a good time to get your water boiling to make your noodles. I'm not going to show you how to make noodles because I'm going to assume you know how to do that. Now we're going to take and separate our chicken and separate the meat from the bones. Get ready to put that back into the pot. To separate the meat, I'm just going to take 2 forks and I'm going to pull the meat off of the bone. And then I'm going to shred it just a little bit. I like thicker pieces, so I'm just going to break it apart like this. I'll do this for all of the pieces, the thighs, the legs, everything. Now that I've separated and shredded the white meat like I like it, I'm going to add it to the pot. I'm only adding the white meat in because my wife will only eat white meat. That's why I added a second boneless breast into the pot when we were cooking it. For the dark meat, I like the dark meat and the white meat. So I set some dark meat to the side and I use it as I need it. So we'll add this meat all to the pot and we'll continue cooking it with the carrots and celery until the carrots and celery are tender. At this point, I'm going to add about 1.5 tablespoons of dried parsley. Well, the celery and onions are tender like I like them. I'm going to turn the heat off and we're ready to plate. So to plate this, I'm going to take some of these noodles. Never put the noodles in your soup. They'll soak up all of the broth. I'm going to take a couple pieces of the dark meat because this bowl is going to be for me. And then I'm going to ladle myself a couple nice heaping ladlefuls of this great soup. And that's all there is to making a great homemade chicken noodle soup. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Papa Bojo's Kitchen. I hope you come see me again. Schmaschnego. Guten Appetit. Bye.